log or the level equal to something. Where is that? Style level. Do you see level here? Okay. So now I'm going to set the level here. Level equal to logging dot debug. I'm setting it. So this time also it should like print. Let us see. Should be capital. Okay. Let me set only debug then. Right. So now the logging level is 10. Why? I have set it to debug. If I go here, I will see one more entry. So there are two places through which you can change the default value of the logging level. One is like you can say logger.level. So you can say, hey, logger.set level of 10. One way. The other way is that when you like kind of set the basic configuration, you can say level equal to debug. If you say level equal to debug, what will happen? It will be set to 10. So this is how you can tweak the logging levels. Any questions, Steve?
So Samartha here.
Please go ahead.
So enabling more log levels will impact on the program or the script execution. Like suppose if we are checking some uh, performance of the device or something like that, enabling more log levels will impact on that.
Yes, excellent question. I was planning to teach that at the end of the logging, but since you have explicitly asked, we can discuss it now. Okay. So guys, yes, the answer is yes. What does that mean? If you turn on more and more enable, more and more logging, what will happen? It will write more and more content. Any write operation will add its own sweet time, right? So then how to handle that? Hey, I write more and more logging so that later I can easily debug. Advantage is like I can easily debug. What is the disadvantage? It will consume more memory, more disk space, and also it will increase the execution time if you add more and more logging levels. Okay, I'm going to put very, very less number of logging so that the CPU one should have the memory won't get kind of wasted, etc. But I should be able to debug the problem, right? If I write only less information, then I will not be able to debug the problem. So what does that mean? Whenever you write a logging, make sure that you do a trade-off. Don't overwrite as well as don't underwrite as well. Okay, so which means that write only if it is necessary so that your performance of your execution won't get impacted. Great. Now, how is this being handled in the corporate? Because for corporate, right, there will be many people working, so there should be some uniformity. So what they do, in the input file, they will set a logging level. When it is in the production, normally it will be set to critical only, which means that, hey, only log the critical values alone. I'm talking about the production environment, so that it will write only less number of log lines. Okay. Now in the production, there is a new problem that they have encountered. And then now from the engineering study, you are going there and you are trying to reproduce the problem. That time, what will you do in the input file? Instead of like logging equal to critical, you will change that to logging equal to debug and execute. Now your log file will have debug info, warning, error, critical, fatal. Which means that what does it mean? This should be a tweakable parameter. The logging level should be a tweakable parameter. If everything goes smooth, obviously in your production environment, everything will go smooth, right? Then you keep a high logging level, something like critical. So only serious problem only will be kind of written, right? But in the abnormal condition where there is a problem, you need to collect more and more logs. So that time you will go to the log input file and then change the level to debugging. So same program only, But just by changing the value of the logging level in your static input file, it will write only the critical thing, or it will also write everything from debug equal to 10. So, which means that one, do not try to overwrite or underwrite the logging because that will have a performance impact. One. Two, you don't really need to always write everything into a file, not needed. Rather, in normal stable condition, write only the critical, fatal, those kind of errors only. Whenever somebody reports a problem, then you tweak it. Then you tweak it to the debug, the lowest one, so that all the subsequent messages, debug equal to 10, info equal to 20, 1 equal to 30, and so on will be will be written into the log file. Does it answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Right. So now we have kind of imported the logging. We have set the logging level. We have kind of written into the statement. Okay, cool. Now if you look at mine, so I see a error, route to success, etc. Okay, so far so good. Now my goal is that, what is my end goal? Okay, I will write the happenings into a file so that you can look into that and then be able to find out the root cause analysis, right? Be able to find out the root cause analysis, or be able to collect some statistics, etc. But for that, this is not going to be of much helpful because this is the error type and the username and then the message is not going to help much. Then what does it mean? I need to select my formatting options based on my need. So I'm putting format. Inside that, you should put a percentage, open parenthesis, and then yes. So yes stands for string. You can also put a D and all. And this is the percentage here. You can say something like ASC time, ASCII time, and then hyphen, and then message. Now I'm telling, hey, you write only the ASCII time and then the message. Okay, this guy has nothing. So now you are going to execute that. Now you go to the core. Now what is the logging level? Did we set it to debug? This level equal to debug, and then putting your info. Successfully should be written over there. So I'm opening the log1 file. Okay, yeah, right. So one is like you need to set the log format. The next one is like you need to associate with that. You should say format equal to log format. Now you will see. Do you see that? What is this, guys? Can someone tell me what is this all about? Guys, what is the first value?
Time.
Time. And what is the next one? Message. Whatever the message that I have given. So what does that mean? You can define your own log formatting pattern so that based on that it will write the content to the file. Now, how do I know that? Various options. Okay. So probably let us see whether they have put something here or not. So help of logging dot format. So there is indentation, unexpected indent. Okay, under logging, you have basic config and then format. What is it? Indent. So here you see format. There is that. This is the argument that you are supposed to kind of use it. I have already collated the important commands options, so we can execute them one by one. For example, let us go one by one. I want to have the ASCII time that we have learned. Level name. I also, so if you look at here, there is no level name. So I can even say save it, execute that. What do you see that? Earlier info was not there. Now do you see, are you able to see the info?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Now, likewise, we can use name of the logger if you want. File name, okay, func name. So which file is writing? So I can say file name. What is this? Can somebody tell me what is this?
File name.
What is that?
File name.
File name. Okay, so why? Because in a corporate you will be working on various files. You will never know from which file it has got written from. So you will never know. So that you can add a file name. Okay. What about a line number? I want to know in which line number it is getting printed. There is something called a line number. Check on that. Where is that? Line number is here. Okay. Since line number is a decimal, so we'll say digits. So execute that. Go back to your thing. Then do you see 33? What is this 33 all about? Go here, 33. Here is what it is getting printed. So you can use logging ASCII time, level name, and then the file name and a func name. Second, I also add the func name. The N should be in caps. What is that?
Sir, in place of D, you have to write S.
Oh, the S means string. That is not a big deal. But let us see. Okay, percentage D, a real number is required, not a string. Okay, so this guy is returning a string then. Line number. So you put a yes.